Sup, legends? Guess who? So it has come to my attention that I, personally, owe the general public a no-contact experience video. A couple of years ago, as a lot of you probably know, I made a video discussing a previous no-contact experience that I had, and I said at the end of the video that if I got a certain amount of likes, I'd follow up with another video. Well, I never did, and I'm sorry. I'm about 3 years late, but I'm coming out with it, okay? So everyone who's all up in my YouTube comments saying, Sparty, get your head out of your ass, we need more content, fuck you, man, get this shit out. I'm sorry, give me a break, don't kill me, I'm too handsome, okay? Let me be. Now, so basically I'm just gonna tell a little story where I'll get a little personal of something that happened to me just kind of the relationship itself and how I use no contact and how it potentially could help you out and get a better understanding, like the process, right? So back about 6 years ago, I went on spring break with a couple of my closest pals from college, and I met this beautiful, intelligent, sexy girl, okay? And we really hit it off, okay? We hung out on spring break, and for anyone who's been on spring break, you know what happens on spring break, so I don't need to go into details about you know what. So anyway, we hit it off, and spring break ends up getting over with, okay? And, I was there for a week. You're too hungover, you're too drunk, you're like, get me the fuck out of here. You fly home, and you're puking basically on the plane, and you just don't want to think about anything, right? So when I flew home the next day, I got a text from her, and she was just saying shit like, oh, I had such a good time, enjoyed spending my time with you, it was a pleasure meeting you, hopefully we can hang out again at some point. Now, for most people, when they meet a girl on spring break, and it's a totally random girl, there's a huge distance barrier, okay? So they might be from, like, Kentucky, and they might meet a girl from Seattle, and it's just not really realistic to start seeing each other again. So a lot of times those flings are just for, like, a week. So regardless, with this girl, we were only a couple hours away from each other, so we actually had the ability to continue to talk and see each other, right? So what ended up happening was, after spring break, we hung out a couple times. I went to a formal of hers. I went down to her college a couple times. I met up with her throughout the summer, and we just continued to talk, okay? Now, the thing was, we never officially got into a relationship, and I was never really monogamous with her, right? But I was never exclusive with her. So, but she didn't know that, and she doesn't need to know that. But what ended up happening was we would still talking every day, and she was my main girl, okay? And basically what happened was, at the end of the summer, it was her senior year of college when we met, and she was going off to law school, okay, in September. So we were seeing each other for 6 months, and what ended up happening was, she comes up to me and says, yo, Sparty, like, listen, I'm really stressed out, and I can't be speaking to someone before I'm going into law school. I just can't be doing that. I need all my focus into school. I might meet someone who's going to be a lawyer who might actually understand my profession more. We might connect a little more. So this might be better for us if we don't see each other anymore. Now, for me personally, and one of the things that a lot of you guys need to know is, when a girl is extremely stressed out, she's going to push away the person that's closest to her, okay? So oftentimes you'll see, like, a nurse who's studying for a board exam or something, she'll push you the fuck away because she's really stressed out. Or if a girl is an accountant going for her CPA exam, she's extremely stressed out, she's worried about her future, she's gonna push the guy away who's she's really comfortable with, because she's just so much in her head that she pushes people out. Now, me, knowing this, I was a little calm, but I still didn't know exactly what I know today, right? So when she broke things off with me, I was, I'm not gonna lie, pretty fucking hurt, okay? And this is also a girl that I don't really know. We haven't talked that long, where I could potentially never hear from this chick ever again, okay? And I've always said in the back of my head that short-term relationships might sometimes sting more than longer-term relationships when they end, because you legit may actually not talk to this girl that you had a connection with ever again, because you didn't build up a deep enough a connection, but you were still connected and you met a great fucking person. So sometimes those can sting a little more. So that's kind of what I was feeling. I was like, damn, I might never actually come across this girl ever again, this would kind of suck, right? So regardless, I agreed with her. I totally understood what happened. I didn't complain. I didn't do anything, right? And I let her walk. And about a week later, she comes back into my life, starts sending me nude pictures saying she misses me and all of this shit. So for me, knowing what I know, I set up a date, okay? I set up a date with her, and just in the future, after she finishes like one of her first tests or something, and I have plans to go to New York City, meet up with her, and we're gonna get a hotel together and just fucking rip like Times Square or something. And she agreed to it. And what ended up happening though was before I went to go meet up with her, she bailed. Okay? About like 48 hours before, she ends up bailing. She comes up with some bullshit reason and just says, fuck it, I can't see this dude, whatever. So for me, I got really fucking pissed off. And this is where my first mistake comes in, okay? My first mistake comes in when she ducks and fucking cancels plans on me. I freak the fuck out on her, okay? I got pissed off. I said a bunch of shit I probably shouldn't have said. I wasn't calm. I let her get the best of me. And she said, you know, what the fuck you, like, yelling at me for, dude? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, let me be. This is actually what's happening to me. I'm having some personal issue I can't get over, and you're fucking freaking out on me. I don't ever want to fucking talk to you. Like, how could you be so fucking rude? And, I was just so pissed because she fucking flaked on me, and who the fuck flakes on me? That's just what's going on in my mind. I'm like, I've never been, like, really flaked on before. So that fucking, it just was new to me, and I didn't know how to handle it. So what ended up happening was, okay, fine, fuck it. I'm gonna walk away. But this time around, I was actually a little more hurt because I didn't know if, now she was really fucking done with me, okay? So since she was really, really fucking done with me, I'm like, oh shit, what do I fucking do? So eventually I just come to my senses. I say, you know what, I'm gonna say sorry. That was actually totally uncalled for, because it was. So I apologized to her, and she's like, yeah, no, it's fine, but dude, don't fucking do that. Like, mature the fuck up, dude. So what ends up happening was we go our separate ways for about 2 months, and I kind of settled down. And what ends up happening was, randomly, I get a text from her one day. It's just saying, hey, blah, 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 what's going on? And I got the text, and I said, oh, what's going on? We chat up a little bit, and I said, let's hang out. And she's like, oh, I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I don't know if we're ready to meet up like that. I don't know if I'm ready to handle that, right? So anyway, she goes off her separate way. We don't really talk for a little bit. Then she hits me up again, trying to sext with me. It's just because our sex was really good. And she was talking about, like, the things she wanted me to do to her. She wanted me to help her get off, whatever, right? So I help her out, but then I asked her to hang out again, but she doesn't want to hang out. So I'm like, this is fucking weird. She wants me to help get her off, but she doesn't want to hang out with me. This is so fucking weird. I'd rather just do all this shit in person than do it over fucking text messages, right? I don't want to sext you. I want to actually have sex with you. So, okay, eventually, a week later, she hits me up again, looking to get off, sending me nude pictures, asking to see my dick and shit like that. And I say, okay, let's cut the cords here, okay? Listen, I'm not going to do this shit anymore unless you're going to fucking meet up with me. Otherwise, I don't really have any interest in talking to you. And you keep ducking me. You keep not wanting to hang out. The last time I asked you to hang out, you've totally flaked. So if you're not going to, like, do this shit, if you're not going to meet up with me, I don't really have any interest in talking to you. And I kind of, the way I said it probably wasn't the right way, but that's basically what I said to her. And what ended up happening was, she said, no, I'm totally sorry. I didn't know you were feeling like this. Let's get together. Let's meet up. So we agree to meet up in, like, New York again or something, and we get a hotel, and we end up meeting up, and we hit it off, okay? And we start talking again. Because, you know, in the hotel, you know what goes down in that hotel, and that hotel sex is the best sex by far that you'll ever have. And so we're in the hotel, we have sex, and we start, like, consistently talking again. Now, here's the thing, though. I was seeing other people, and she was seeing other people at that time, okay? So the issue came about that she saw my phone, and she saw that I was texting other people the following time that we ended up hanging out, okay? So she saw my phone and said, so, oh, you're seeing other people, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I am seeing other people. Are you? And she said, yeah. And she got a little jealous, and I also made a weird remark talking about the other people that she was seeing, and I definitely shouldn't have. That was another mistake that I made, okay? Like I've said, do not get jealous. Men, do not get jealous if the girl is speaking to another dude. I personally had to make a remark because, again, I've never been part of this whole dating sequence where you're out of college and girls actually see other people, okay? When you're in college, it's a little different. You can be, the girl will normally say loyal to you. When you're out of college, she's testing everyone, okay? She's testing all the dudes, okay? She wants to see who's the right fit for her. There's going to be competition. I had never experienced competition. I called her out on it. She called me out on the competition too. What ended up happening, we got in somewhat of a big argument, and we discussed that we came to the conclusion we didn't want either of us seeing other people. That's basically what ended up happening, okay? So we made the decision to become exclusive, but we never had the boyfriend label on shit, boyfriend-girlfriend label on shit. Personally, I think if you need to have a fucking label on your relationship, that's fucking low, okay? That's pretty fucking pathetic. We're not in high school when we need to call girls boyfriend-girlfriend. I don't need a fucking label. If I like you, that's all you fucking need. If you like me, that's all I need too, okay? I don't need a fucking label. Anyway, so that's kind of what happened. So technically speaking, we're exclusive. I guess if you want to say we're a boyfriend, girlfriend, sure, whatever. So we start dating for like 2 years, and then, out of nowhere, the bar exam comes up, okay? And what did I say earlier about when girls get stressed out? They end things with you. They push the thing that's the best for them, the boy they're really comfortable with, they'll push him out of the way. They'll push him out of life, okay? So the bar exam comes up, and what do you think happens to me? I get dumped again, okay? Again, I get dumped. So am I sad this time around 2 years later? Not nearly as sad as the last time, okay? In fact, I'm kind of fucking irritated, okay? I'm really irritated. So she breaks up with me in like March, 2 years later, and I just say, you know what, fuck it. I don't even fucking care. I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed with getting dumped over and over and over again. Like, this is just annoying. I don't want to be a fucking hot and cold. I just want to be hot. And if we're not hot, then I'm just kind of done, right? So she dumps me. I go on my way. First night being single, I fuck a new girl, okay? And I continued to just keep my options open. Now, about a week later, after not hitting her up at all, she hit me up again saying how much she missed me and how much she was like kind of regretting the decision and everything, but she didn't want to get back because she was still stressed out. I said, totally fine. I continued to sleep with other people, and I don't know what she did. I'm assuming she might have slept with other people. I don't fucking know. I never asked. Do I care? No. So what ended up happening, though, was I actually started seeing another girl that I really, really, really liked, right? And again, this was a short-term thing, the girl that I saw, or I was seeing, but I was going on a lot of dates with this girl because I felt like I really connected with her. And what ended up happening was the lawyer ex, hits me back and she says, you know what, I think I'm ready to get back with you. I want to get back with you. And me, I said, I'm not ready to get back with you. Who said that I wanted to get back with you? Who said that, right? You can't just pick me up like a toy and just get back into my life. Hell fucking no. That's not how this shit works. You need to fucking win my attention over. You need to win my attention over. And that really triggered her. And she's like, okay, well, all right, I'm sorry. I wish I did things differently. I shouldn't have broke up with you, blah, blah, blah. It's a huge mistake. I'm like, that's cool. But again, I'm seeing other people right now. I'm not going to just break off what I've been through, or I'm not going to break it off with the girls that I'm with to be with you, right? So she says, okay, I totally get it. So what ends up happening is she puts a lot more effort into me. She's really texting me more. She's coming to see me more. She's sending me more nudes. We're hanging out. We're having better dates when we hang out and everything. And it's going fucking good. But again, the conversation comes about again. Hey, Sparty, I really think we should get back into a relationship again. I really like you. I really want to be with you. And me personally, I did not want to get into a relationship with her because I was seeing other girls And I didn't, because she broke up with me, again, I kind of got triggered and I kind of got annoyed. I didn't want to get back with her. I just did not feel it. I didn't feel the same way about her because she left me in a moment of stress. She gave up on me, and it really fucking annoyed me, okay? It annoyed the fuck out of me that she gave up on me, okay? So that ended up happening. I told her that again. And she's like, okay. But she still continued to see me, okay? And we still hung out with each other. We still slept with each other. We still hung out a lot. We still hung out like 2 to 3 times a week, but we just never got exclusive again, okay? Now, if you don't know this, if you don't get exclusive with a girl, at some point, she's going to leave you. I don't care how high status you are. I don't care how dominant you are. If you're not going to make her, have a label on her and be exclusive, and if you agree to hook up with no one else, if you don't do that, she's going to walk away at some point. I don't care how high status you are. She's going to walk the fuck away, okay? So, after we got back with each other, we're hanging out again. This has been like 7 months, not dating, but hooking up. Eventually, she found another man and got on with her life, okay? She got on with her life, and I personally found someone else and got on with my life too, okay? Now, here's the thing, okay? With her, she's in a happy relationship now, and I'm very happy for her. I want her relationship to work out. I really do, okay? Generally, from the bottom of my heart, I want her to be happy. I don't hate her. I don't want anyone to hate on her. She's one of my closest friends. We're still very good friends. We still communicate a lot. We still talk, okay? I don't want anything to happen with her. That being said, if the relationship she's in ends, who do you think's the first person she's gonna hit up? Me, okay? To this day, and we haven't had any sexual connection for years, okay? But the first person she's going to think about is me. It's because we never really burned any bridges. We left on a good terms, and I never, even though early on I fucked shit up, I probably didn't do things appropriately. I matured up, and we broke up very, very cleanly, okay? And we still talk, and we still communicate. That being said, like I said, if she breaks up, I can almost guarantee that she will probably come back into my life, or at least try to, talk to me. Would I get back with her? Doubt it, okay? But she would still try, and that's how girls work, okay? Now, I also want you to understand this, too. I use no contact not as a plot, and I said this in the last video. I never used this no contact thing as a plot. The no contact, okay, is me respecting myself, okay? I'm not using no contact to try to win someone's attention. That's not what it's about. It's for growing yourself. It's for developing yourself. It is your fucking manhood. It is your self-respect, okay? When you are begging and you are pleading and you are trying to stay in touch with this girl immediately after the breakup, and you have fear that you're never going to hear from her again, she is going to get disgusted and not want to get back with you, okay? If you have had a serious and you've had a real connection with a girl, I promise you, after the breakup, about 4 to 7 days, she will contact you. I promise you, you are not going to not hear from her ever again. Any relationship, you will, if you handle things correctly, I promise you, you are going to hear from her again, okay? People are always worried about, all the time, a fiance breaks up with each other, okay? Engagement doesn't work out. The fiance, or the newly single husband, or whatever you call it, right? The guy who's newly single is scared to death he's never going to hear from the girl again. Well, dude, here's the truth. You were dating for like 6 years. I will guarantee in about 2 weeks maximum, you'll hear from the girl. Whether you do handle shit post-breakup correctly or not, you will hear from her again, okay? Even in a 4-month relationship, I promise, you handle shit correctly, you'll hear from her again. Don't freak out. Don't panic. respect yourself, okay, and move the fuck on, okay? When the breakup happens, move the fuck on. Move the fuck on. And that moving on is not reaching out to her for your own benefit, so you move the fuck on. Okay? And with that, she sees a fucking man who does not tolerate for some weak ass bullshit, and he's not gonna be weak and beg and try to keep her around. And she sees that manliness and she gets re-attracted. It always works. Okay? It always works. Now, that is my personal no contact experience. It's a little longer because this relationship was a lot more in depth. It was a longer relationship. A lot was going on back and forth. Again, guys, don't fucking hate on this girl. I don't want you to hate on her. She's awesome. It just didn't work out. And again, she's still my friend, okay? So don't hate on her. I have nothing wrong with her. Our relationship was lopsided, but so is every relationship. It's okay. It's okay. So anyway, that's a little personal story about mine and my experience. I hope it can kind of get you some sort of an understanding of what happened, and what if you're going through it, what you might expect to see. But again, if you have any questions on the video, any more in-depth things that you would like to know, I spent 20 minutes on this. Shit, it's the longest video I've ever made. But if you have any more questions, let me know. I'll answer. I will post a video. I'm going to be a little more active on YouTube now. And yeah, I appreciate the time, and I appreciate you guys watching this shit. Team Fortune till we fucking die. We, motherfucker, are kings.